Good morning. Mark, thank you for organizing this conference and moderating this critical conversation. Good morning, everyone. I'm Alphonso David. I am the president and CEO of the Global Black Economic Forum. We work with the business community, we work with the philanthropic community, we work with organizations around the globe to advance economic opportunity for marginalized communities. And as we focus on this effort and this fight, I want to address two core issues that I don't think get enough attention. One is the facts, and the second is accountability. I think we all need to operate with the same set of facts, and over the past few years, coordinated disinformation campaigns have sought to discredit and redefine diversity, equity, and inclusion by framing it as divisive, unnecessary, or worse, perpetuating mediocrity. So the 2025 anti-quote DEI executive orders that have been issued by this new administration seeks to place restrictions on programs that at their core seek to do one thing: advance economic opportunity. That's the goal. And these executive orders are premised on the argument that they are forging a society that is, quote, colorblind and merit-based. The only problem with that argument is that it ignores the facts. So the facts are, the majority of people in executive positions are white men. Those are the facts. They're not people of color, and they're not women. They are not excluded from those roles based on merit. They're excluded from those roles based on who they are, based on the color of their skin, based on their gender. The wage and the wealth gap continue to widen decade after decade. In fact, black families hold less than 15% of the wealth of white families. And black workers earn 76 cents to every white person's dollar. Those are the facts. And as many of my colleagues will say, there is evidence that racial minorities and women and LGBTQ people continue to face ongoing discrimination in hiring, in retention, and promotion, in government roles, and in all industries. If anyone says that they're interested in economic progress for all, it begins with addressing the racial wealth gap, from the legacy of slavery to redlining in housing, exclusion from the New Deal programs, discriminatory lending practices. Black people in this country have been systemically denied opportunities to build wealth. And that's what we're talking about. You don't ignore merit when you advance diversity programs. You address bias. You advance economic opportunities for all. These executive orders are part of, and as you've heard before from some of my colleagues, a part of a larger coordinated effort. I have the privilege of representing the Fairless Fund in court, a venture capital firm that, as you all know, was sued for seeking to provide equal opportunity to people of color. And this is a coordinated fight that we know we will win. But I'll close by saying this. Let's be clear that by remaining silent or supporting these executive orders, or actions, if you will, Republicans are making it safe to discriminate in the United States. They're making it safe to discriminate in the military. They're making it safe to discriminate in the private sector. They're making it safe to discriminate against black people, brown people, LGBTQ people, women. When Republicans are silent in the face of these executive orders, they're simply saying that we're making it safer to discriminate. And I know that some businesses feel threatened in this environment, especially in light of the executive order that was issued this morning. But let's be clear, that executive order is tailored to instill fear. And I would say to corporate leaders, remember your consumers. Remember your fiduciary obligations, and remember the law. If you are in business and your business is to generate revenues, you have to comply with the law. You have to make sure you're not ignoring systemic bias. And if you ignore the law, we will be here to remind you of it.